It was a bruising season for Valtteri Bottas and the Sauber F1 team. The Finnish driver finished 22nd in a 20-car championship without a single points finish to his name. Considering the years of success that he helped bring the Mercedes F1 team and the 10 wins to his name, his final season in the sport couldn't have been less in keeping with those that came before it. However, Bottas cannot take all the blame for that. Valtteri and his teammate Zhou Guanyu were essentially driving in a different class of car for most of the season, and I don't mean that in a good way. But since leaving the team, Bottas has spoken about just how bad things have gotten at Sauber and why the Audi project might be doomed to fail. So, don't go anywhere. The 2024 F1 season won't live long in the memory of those associated with Kick Sauber. They managed to avoid the embarrassment of a pointless season thanks to Zhou Guanyu's 8th place finish at the Qatar Grand Prix. But don't let that mask the fact that 2024 was an incredible failure for a team which is promising such a bright future under the Audi name. Okay, they aren't officially Audi yet, but for the egos of those that will be building the first Audi car, this season will have hurt. After enduring a drought of 22 races without a single point in 2024, and another 5 before that at the end of 2023, Sauber finally posted a score thanks to Zhou Guanyu at the Qatar Grand Prix as he crossed the line in 8th place to earn 4 points. The 25-year-old racer pulled off some mighty overtakes and defended his position perfectly amid one of the most eventful races of the season, while his experienced teammate Valtteri Bottas finished just outside the points in P11. After introducing an upgrade package in Las Vegas, Sauber appeared to have ironed out some of the issues that had plagued them across the year and worked on taking a step forward with their race pace. Sorting your car 3 races from the end of the season is not good enough though. The improved car and that 1 points finish should not mask what was an abysmally bad season for the team. Bottas' final race with Sauber summed up his season quite nicely actually. From lap 1, it was an utter mess. After a brilliant qualifying that saw him start 9th, he got tangled up behind some cars before finding himself in the midst of a 3-in-1 situation that saw him make contact with Sergio Perez's Red Bull. As well as picking up damage and dropping places, he was handed a 10-second time penalty. From then on, his race was essentially over, though it was actually ended when he tangled with Kevin Magnussen while battling to not finish last. Definitely not the ideal finish, but these things happen. It's racing, Bottas said. It's not the first time. Everything just went wrong since lap 1. The incident, then I got a penalty for it, then I was at the back out of position and later on got together with Kevin. It was my bad. I was defending with old tyres and I tried to brake as late as I could, but I just couldn't stop the car. Not only did Bottas have to retire in his final race, he was then hit with the insult of a 5-place grid drop for his next outing, should that ever occur, but more on that later. With Bottas now free of the nightmare that was Sauber in 2024, he's opened up about the team and their shocking failures. When things are going wrong on track, there is always a reason for it, and behind the scenes, things were reportedly a complete mess at the team. Before Bottas confirmed his move to Sauber, there was a chance that he could go to Williams, but he declined the option. Asked what made him pick Sauber over a Williams return, Bottas replied, "Fred was a big part. I used to work with him before. There was a clear plan and targets for the 3 years, and also how to get there. But those plans and targets went into the bin when he left. I don't blame him, because if you're a team principal, if you have the chance to go to Ferrari, you go." It seems when Fred left, the Sauber team were left in chaos, and with Audi squarely focused on 2026, everything that Fred was driving toward was dropped. The project did offer Bottas an opportunity. He had a contract clause that would have let him leave after Fred did, but once Audi confirmed they're joining, "I got always told that I'm going to be the pillar for the project," Bottas continued. And well, that didn't happen, so that kind of had me over. With Bottas being screwed over by the Audi team, promising him a part in the project before choosing not to renew his contract, the Finn driver was brutally honest about his decision to join the team. "It was a mistake," Bottas said. "You can't predict the future. Everything started well off in the first year, since then was downhill." He went on to say that despite him not having a drive for next year, he was happy that his time at Sauber was over. "I'm relieved that this section of my career is over, and now I'm really looking ahead and going to work hard to make the best plan of how to get back on the grid." Not only is Bottas happy that he doesn't have to drive for the team next season, but he also said that the incoming drivers, Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto, might be in for a tough time when Audi and the new regulations enter the sport in 2026. He highlighted the fact that while the team will be called Audi, the chassis is still going to come from the current Sauber outfit, and that is a huge worry. It's going to be a big challenge, of course, and they know it, Bottas said. Audi know it. I think they've been focusing on the power unit side for a long time, invested a lot, so they can do a good job for sure. But all the other teams and engine manufacturers, they've been in the sport for a long time. But Audi has the resources, the potential. My biggest worry is the chassis. It's not made by Audi, it's still made by Sauber, so the chassis side definitely needs an improvement. He also went on to say that the expensive cost of living in Switzerland, where the Sauber team is based, is a big problem for the team. Due to the budget cap, Sauber can't offer staff more wages to offset the higher cost of living, which means Sauber staff, in real-world terms, are paid less than their competitors. To help mitigate this, F1 and the FIA has granted Audi a cost cap relief to balance things out, and Bottas hopes that Hinwil isn't hampered further as it grows into the Audi Works outfit. I hope they find a solution, he said, and I think the latest modification to the budget cap rules for different country, that's going to help Sauber a bit. But yeah, if they get some positive momentum, then people are more keen to join, but at the moment it's been a challenging start for the brand. Bottas laying bare just how bad things were at the Sauber team seems almost therapeutic for him. Clearly, there has been a lot of built-up frustration on Bottas's part, and now that he's managed to get it off his chest, he can start looking to the future, and by the sounds of things, he's far from done with F1. Before I talk about that though, if you're enjoying the video and want to catch some more F1 content, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe to F1 Reverse. Thanks a lot. Valtteri Bottas has insisted he isn't finished in Formula 1, despite the incredibly disappointing 2024 season. He stated after the final Grand Prix of the year that this is not the way I want to finish, which is why I'm not done yet. There have been rumours of a link-up at Mercedes as a reserve driver, or as Perez's replacement, but there is another option which might be more likely. With the Cadillac F1 team confirmed for the grid for 2026, Bottas could be an excellent signing for the team. Any new Formula 1 team would benefit from some experienced talent at the wheel, a driver who has been around the block, who knows what it takes to compete in the sport, and ideally one who knows what a top team should look like. Bottas is that man. Plenty of people predicted that it could be Daniel Ricciardo, but he's stated outright that he doesn't want to move to the team and seems completely done with F1 for now. Cadillac are bound to end up with an American driver. Who though is anyone's guess. But running 2 American rookies for the team's first season would be madness. Bottas would provide some excellent balance, and his experience at the dominant Mercedes teams of the late 2010s would be invaluable to Cadillac. Do you think he could do a job at the team? And what do you think of his comments on the Sauber team? Let me know your thoughts below, and if you want to support the channel, make sure to check out f1reverse.com to get yourself some sweet F1 inspired merch. Until next time, drive safe and bye for now.